Hello and welcome back to 10 at 10. My name is Michael Ramage. I'm the director of the Cyber Education Research Center here at Murray State University. And welcome back to 10 at 10. 10 at 10 is brought to you through a partnership between Murray State University, Sprocket West Kentucky, KY Innovation, and our local partner Sprocket in Paducah. We are back talking scams, Facebook scams, how to stay safe from these online scams. This is our 235th episode that we're having today, and I want to pick up the conversation about these scams that we started a couple of weeks ago. Frankly, I mentioned this last week. That's probably the episode that I've had more feedback on than anything that we've done, and that was just part one of our two-part discussion on this. So I want to pick that back up today. And let me go ahead and get, so we talked about the 10 most common Facebook scams a couple of weeks ago. I highlighted the first few. I want to highlight a few more. Clickbait scams is where that we are encouraged to click. We click it because we know we like it. It's something that we support, or it sounds funny. It sounds really good. I'll give an example. There's been a lot of, it's like, oh, have you tried this product to do this? Or their large and their medium are actually the same sizes. They just made it look different. Well, is it really? Or have they just manipulated video to make it look that way? There are so many scams that we can convince people to click things because a bad guy can look at what your profile says, look at what you have shared publicly. We talked about last time about reviewing your privacy settings. We can look at all that information and then kind of know how to manipulate you. The bad guys do that all the time. Politicians do that. Businesses do that, but bad guys do that as well. Fake fundraisers. Everybody loves a good cause. Everybody loves a good cause. Well, the reality is, not all of these fundraisers are real. And I mean, there's been some very public scams in the past where people's children have died that they didn't really have children to begin with. I mean, there's some of these really bad things, but there's also the bad guys that know a disaster has taken place. So they set up fundraisers, yet really they're not. They're just fake. Coupon codes. A lot of people love a good discount. So you can use coupon codes. Facebook marketplace scams are growing in popularity. I know an individual that lost $26,000 here in our local community recently because of a Facebook marketplace scam. And then finally, cloned accounts. Cloned accounts have happened for a while. I don't actually have to break into your account to clone your account, especially if a lot of your information is available public. I can go in, I can see your profile picture, I can copy a lot of these things and just right away be able to clone your account. And the reason that's valuable is that your friends trust you. And so if there's a fake account, first of all, cloned accounts happen so often, people think they get hacked. And so it's almost, oh, I got a friend request from Bob. Well, I'm already friends with Bob, but I must have, something happened and he had to redo his account. So you accept it. A lot of those are really dangerous. So we talked about the first three ways to protect ourselves. So let's talk about a few more. First of all, you hear me talk about passwords and two-factor authentication all the time. Yes, having a strong, unique password and a two-factor authentication approach is going to help you protect your account. If I can trick you into telling me your password, I still have to know your authentication code to get into your account. And obviously, never give anybody your authentication code because that's the next step that they would need. Is there ways to get around it? Of course. But it's much harder. It's a higher bar for a bad guy to be able to get through. Number 5, if you receive an odd or unusual message from a friend through Facebook, get in touch with them outside of Facebook to confirm the message is real. And let me expand that. That goes for Facebook, that goes for email, that goes for text message. If you get something that seems odd, call your friend. Don't call with the number provided in the message. Call with the number that's in your phone, or go to their house, or some other method, because it may not be them. There are people that can log into your account, send in a message or send an email, and then log out. Well, delete that message in the sent, from the sent, so that you don't know that it's there. And then they log out, or they still stay logged in, but they delete it from the sent, so you don't know anything's going on. And as soon as they see the response come in, they delete it, so again, that the owner of that account doesn't see it. It's always good before you respond, particularly if it involves giving information, particularly if it involves giving money, to have a different way of verifying that it is from the sender that you think it's from. I mean, it just seems like a basic thing, but that is not as basic as it should be. So make sure that you do that. Even if it's a friend that's always asking for money, or that you're used to this friend doing a lot of fundraisers, or you're used to this friend selling a lot of stuff on Facebook, just verify it. Just make sure they are who they say they are. Just because their name says it, or they can even provide you a Venmo to pay. And just because it says their name doesn't mean that it really is. I have a friend that's battling some health issues, and his wife was talking about people, because people kept talking about wanting to donate to the family. And so finally the wife said, okay, we'll take it. You can send it to my Venmo. Well, you get on Venmo, there were 3 people with the same name and the same picture, because they knew there was a opportunity to make money, however despicable that it might be. All right. Be on the lookout for strange typos or wording. AI does not write like you and me. Scammers from foreign languages, or that not from America, aren't native English speakers, will type or have sentence structure that is a little bit different from you and me. If it doesn't read exactly right, then you need to be skeptical. You need to question. You need to be leery. Those are really important. Never share personal information like Social Security number, credit card, through Facebook Messenger or any Facebook platform. That should be a general rule. Don't do it. If you're buying a lawnmower from me, then we need to get in touch in a offline, meaning not via Facebook method, and arrange payment. Second of all, and this isn't part of number 7, if you're doing that, then you need to also lay your eyes not on a picture, on the actual item that you're buying. So before you give me money for my lawnmower, you should take a look at my lawnmower. One of the scams that I've seen is that somebody bought something on Facebook Messenger, thought it was a real thing, and it turned out to be a scam, and they paid the money sight unseen because they wanted the really good deal. You got to be careful about that. And then finally, delete friend requests from people you don't know. Now, that should be obvious, but it is not. If you don't know the person, then delete. Just because you have friends in common doesn't necessarily mean that you know the person. Actually, it doesn't even mean that the person is real. It means that maybe your friends aren't doing the same due diligence on reviewing their request. Maybe you're a middle-aged dude and some young hot thing wants to be your friend on Facebook. First of all, no, they don't. Sorry, hate to burst your bubble. No, they don't. Second of all, it may not even be the person, actually, most likely not even the person that's in the picture. They're trying to manipulate you and trick you into doing something. Anyway, there's some basic things that you can take a look at and really help protect yourself. Just being cautious, being careful, being skeptical in general is going to be a way to help you stay safe online, stay safe on Facebook, on social media. Please take those steps. Please be skeptical. There are so many people that I know, that I hear from, that are becoming the victims of these online scams, and I don't want you to be next. Be careful. And if there's anything that you have questions about, use your gut and question it. And if you want to talk about it, please feel free to reach out to me. I'm always happy to do that. Always happy to talk to you. Thank you very much for listening in, and I'll see you next week back here on 10 at 10. Thank you. Bye.